All right, today we're talking about something that feels like it's been ripped straight out of a sci-fi movie. We're talking about AI that can listen, think, and speak all in one seamless conversation, basically as fast as you or I can. This is the end of that awkward pause you always get with AI.
Okay, just listen to this. It's fast, it's chaotic, it's super high energy. Now imagine trying to write down every single word as it's being said. You've got the speed, the overlapping sounds. I mean, it seems basically impossible for a machine to keep up with that, right?
Well, guess what? Here we are. This is actually the new reality. AI models can now take that total audio chaos and spit out text with pretty much zero delay that you can actually notice. And look, this isn't just a small step up. This is a complete game changer in how we're going to interact with AI from now on.
So how in the world did we get here, and what's next? In this explainer, we're going to break it all down. First up, we'll talk about what real-time even means in this context. Then, we'll look at the two main ways developers are making this happen. After that, the fun part, all the crazy new things you can build. We'll also get real about the costs involved. And finally, we'll peek into the future and see what the voice of tomorrow sounds like. Okay, let's get into our first topic, the sound of now. You know, the big villain in AI voice has always been latency. That annoying, frustrating delay between when you finish talking and when the AI finally starts to answer. Getting rid of that is the absolute key to making these conversations feel, human. So when we say real time, what we really mean is the AI can listen, figure things out, and talk back so fast that the conversation just flows. Go back to that chaotic clip we just saw. You see the text popping up on the screen the exact millisecond the words are spoken. That is the barrier that's just been shattered. So how are they pulling this off? Well, it's not a one-size-fits-all kind of deal. Developers are basically taking two totally different roads to get to that real-time speed. You can think of it as buying the whole platform versus just getting the core engine.
Let me give you an analogy. On one side, you've got something like OpenAI's API. That's the sports car. It's already built, it's incredibly high performance, and it's ready to go right off the lot. On the other side, you have open source models like Faster Whisper. This is like someone handing you a world-class engine. You've got to build the rest of the car yourself, but you get total, granular control over everything.
So let's break this down a bit more. These two paths are really different in practice. OpenAI gives you the whole package, a full speech-to-speech platform that can have a conversation, and you can even interrupt it. Faster Whisper, though, is just a speech-to-text engine. It's a powerful component, not the whole machine. And the cost shows that too. With OpenAI, you pay as you go. With Faster Whisper, you're looking at a big upfront investment in some serious hardware. And now, for the really cool part. With these latency issues pretty much solved, what can we actually build? We're not just talking about slightly faster chatbots here. This opens up a whole new playground for some wild and powerful ideas.
With the OpenAI API, for example, you can create custom personalities for the AI just like that. In some of the demos, we saw it switch from a super fast talking robot to an Irish traveler and then to a squawking parrot. It can do this because you can just feed it personality instructions right in the prompt.
Now, using that engine approach with Faster Whisper, one developer built a real-time sentiment analyzer. It's a really simple but brilliant three-step dance. First, it listens to your voice and transcribes it. Second, it zips that text over to GPT-4 and asks, hey, what's the feeling here? And third, the result, positive, neutral, negative, just shows up on the screen, changing live as the tone of your voice changes.
Okay, this is where it starts to get seriously futuristic. A developer showed off an app that generates images straight from your speech as you're speaking. You just start talking, and a visual world starts building itself from your words pretty much instantly.
And here's the kicker. It's not static. As your train of thought keeps going, the image just evolves with you. You can literally go from talking about cats and flowers to a blue deer fighting an astronaut, and the AI just keeps painting the picture to match your story. It's like this dynamic, creative dance between your voice and the AI's vision.
But of course, all this amazing power doesn't just come for free, right? There's always a catch. So for our fourth section, let's look at the real-world trade-offs. Whether you go for the shiny sports car or decide to build your own, you're gonna have to pay a price for this kind of performance. So for the open source route with Faster Whisper, the cost isn't a software license, it's raw, powerful hardware. To get that near zero latency, you absolutely need a beefy, modern graphics card running on your own machine, something like an Nvidia 40 series. That's a serious upfront chunk of change.
So what about the sports car from OpenAI? Well, the cost there is pay as you go, and believe me, it can add up fast. One of the developers exploring this stuff spent $17 in a single day, just from building and testing a few simple things. When you think about deploying that at scale, that cost becomes a major factor.
So where is all this headed? Let's look to the future for a minute. Now that the foundation for real-time AI voice is here, the people building on top of it are already dreaming up the next big thing.
And here's just a taste of what's probably coming. We're talking about AI agents that can actually pick up the phone and call customer service for you, or voice assistants that can use other software tools on your computer. Real-time translation is a big one, and soon we can expect them to get other senses, like vision, so the AI can see what you're seeing and have a conversation about it.
And that kind of leaves us with one final big question. We're shifting from just talking to our devices to having them talk for us. So when you have an AI agent that can actually make a phone call, navigate a phone tree, and have a conversation all on your behalf, what's the very first thing you're going to ask it to do? The possibilities are pretty much endless.